Hi everyone, it's Ayush here and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to learn about how we are going to use JavaScript to create a random UUID and how we are going to redirect the user to the specific private room by using the specific random UUID. So yeah, in the previous video, we have just discussed about the stylings of the home page of the chat application and here how it looks like. So you can see that we are having a very basic setup. And now the aim of the today's video is whenever somebody clicks on this create a new room button, it's going to redirect them to a private room which is going to hold the specific random UUID that we are going to generate right now. Now for this to happen, what I'll do is I'll simply add one attribute here on click, and this on click attribute is going to hold a function that is going to be like generate private room, right? And now what I want is whenever somebody clicks on this button, the on click is going to be get fired, and the whenever the on click is going to get fired, it's going to run the generate private room function. So let me just copy this thing and go to the script.js file, and let's make this function. Now inside this we are going to create the random id and we are going to redirect the user to a specific private room of that specific random id. So I'll say here like let random id is equal to, now in the javascript we are having an api with the name of crypto. So by using the crypto api, what you can do is you can simply generate random uuids. Now by using this random id, what I will do is I will simply redirect the user to a private room which is having this random id as a part of the url. So I'll say here window dot location dot href to change the location of the, or you can say to change the url, right? So we'll say slash, and after the slash we are going to insert this random id. So it's be like, let's say the random id is 1234. So what will happen that somebody clicks on that button, it's going to redirect them to the slash 1234. So that's the idea. Now after that's all done, let's check it out how is it working. Now if I just go back, if I just reload it, if I just click here, now you can see that it has just redirected us to localhost 8000 slash the random UUID. This whole part is the random UUID, but it is giving us one error that cannot get the slash this random UUID. Now in Express, because we are using Express, right? Now in Express, what happens that you can either you can just specify the URL that you want to listen for, or you can just say like, okay, we are getting a random UUID, but the random UUIDs are different from what was generated previously. So you can't specify a specific random UUID for that. So in Express, for that thing, we are having something what you call app.get. Now you will say simply slash, and because every time the random UUID is going to be different, we'll say here colon room ID. Now colon room ID simply holds up anything that comes after slash, right? Now, anything that comes after slash is going to be stored in the room ID variable, which is going to be treated as a kind of request sent by the client to the server. So it is going to be stored inside the request parameter, and there is a response as well, right? So we'll just run this callback and we'll say like res dot send. Now this res dot send is used to send some data to the client side from the server to the client side. Now for checking is the room ID saved inside the request variable or not, we'll simply send the room ID back to the client. So we'll say res.send means a response.send request.params.room ID. Now, after that is done, let us just save this thing and let's check it out. So if I just go back, reload this site, you can see that what is happening that after we have just redirected the user to slash this random UUID, then the server is sending the same ID back to the client. Means it's simply checking that is the server holding this room ID inside this request variable or not. So yeah, that's how you are going to create a random ID by using the crypto.random UUID function, and that's how you're going to create a private room. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Meet in the next video. Till then, see you.